Hello everyone, welcome back. So today I have another video for you guys, and this one is suggested by someone in IG. I'm gonna keep this person's name private just for privacy reasons. So this video is all about how does source communicate with you? How does your higher power communicate with you specifically? So we have three options here. Option number 1, 2, and 3. And all the timestamps will be pinned in the comment section below. All my information is always in the description box, always there. So I do have a little black bag here where I'm gonna pull a little bit of the channeled messages that I got in regards to how spirit, how your guides, how your higher power communicates with you. And these particular cards will tell me when do you feel them the strongest, like in what point of your life are the signs very present. So because I always get asked, how do I know this is a sign from my guide, or what signs do my guide give me? So that's what this video is going to be about. So let's see. I'm going to pull one dice, and I'm going to pull one little paper for each stack. So let's see, for the first stack we have this one here. We're going to pick the dice. This one? Okay. Ooh, Capricorn. So for the second option, let's pick one. Oh, you guys got a black string. Let's see in the dice. Maybe you like the color black. And then the last one we're going to pick. There we go. And we have Leo. Oh no, wait. This is the North Node. Wow. Okay. So for option number 1, we have Capricorn. I believe this is Capricorn, if I'm not mistaken, you guys. And then we have the number 1, and then we have the North Node. So all the timestamps are pinned. Okay, guys, that's it. I'm gonna stop joking around. That's it. Okay. Sorry, you guys. Yeah, that usually happens. I'm thinking about doing like a video of the bloopers, the little bloopers that I have, like that I cut out, or that I not cut out because I don't edit my videos, but just like I stop and I just start all over. So I should probably do that. So let's get started. Option number 1, 2, and 3. So let's get started with this option. Okay. So for option number 1, we have Capricorn. So I feel like your guides are they're very stern. Okay, first of all, I get these teacher vibes with you guys. I feel like, I don't know why I'm picking this up for my option number 1, but I'm picking up they send you a lot of signs through people that are Capricorns. Okay, so you might see or notice that a lot of the people around you, or whenever you need help, or whenever you're stuck, especially when it comes to things that are practical, so things that has to do with your job, with your finances, with your career, with business, with family, things like this, you'll notice that a Capricorn will always give you like the best advice, or they will come in as a teacher in some way or some form. Okay, or you're gonna see that most of your relationships, the ones that are very transformative in your life, are Capricorns. Okay, they either have a heavy Capricorn energy, or they have a lot of Capricorn in their chart. So that means you could be like me. Okay, that's for an example, because that's the best example I can give. So I'm a Libra, but I do have a lot of signs in Capricorn. So I do have heavy earth in my chart. So it might be someone like that. So you might be like, this person isn't a Capricorn, but maybe they have a strong placement. Okay. So let's see. How do your guides communicate with you, or your higher power, whoever that is for you? Okay. So we have omens. Okay. So that's the first thing. You're an omen reader. Okay, so you might see a sign, you might, omen usually means like you're able to kind of get like a feeling of things, okay? If you know more about it, please feel free to leave it in the comment section for others to learn. You know, let this be a safe place, constructive place. So for me, omens usually means like that. Like I'm able to look at something, or something happens. For example, you know, I could be in my house and you know, I hear something or I see something fall and I could feel like, oh my God, that's a sign of this, or I get a feeling of this. So that's kind of omen reading. So I feel like your guides, your higher power, when they communicate to you, with you, they show you omens, they show you feathers as well, scents, coins. I also feel like names, okay, particularly names from someone or a particular name of something here. Okay, they just show you names. Also saints and deities is coming through here. Colors as well, so you might see a particular color, you might be gifted something in a certain color, or you might notice that you wear a certain color often. Okay, so maybe when you're feeling sad, you feel very drawn to yellows or oranges, or maybe when you are very energetic, you'll probably, a lot of reds will show up, okay? Or someone gifts you like something that is in red. Another thing here is, okay, through clear hearing. So very clairaudient here, okay? So you might have that ability, that psychic gift, through your emotions as well. Claircognizant, clairsentient, I'm picking up as well. Songs, so through songs, through lyrics. Maybe you're going through a difficult time and you hear a song, or there's a certain phrase of a song that pops up or just keeps replaying over and over in your mind, or you just go, everywhere you go, that song is there. That is how they communicate with you, through phrases, through billboards, okay? So maybe you keep seeing let it go, or you keep seeing like go, or ready, or confident, and you're like, that's too much of a coincidence. Well, that's your guides speaking to you directly, okay? I also feel like through ascended masters as well. And then we have clouds. So again, you might see shapes through the clouds, okay? And then we have archangels here. So with you specifically, I do feel like there's a lot of angelic energy here with you, my pile number one. Now let's see, when do you feel them the most? You might work with a particular deity as well, or saint. Wow. Speaking of feeling red. Unleash your creativity. Yeah. Okay, so your guides, time to collaborate. I feel like your particular guides come in, or you feel them the most whenever you want to create something. Okay, whenever you want to do something or embark on a new journey. I also feel like whenever you feel stuck, whenever you feel like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what's next. Again, they bring in this energy of stability for you, especially with the Capricorn energy. We have 4 and 3 and 1 is 4. So they bring in that stability, and I do feel like within your relationships as well. They help you choose your relationships. They might even kind of like cut people out of your life, or they might send people to tell you like, hey, that person's not for you, or look at what's going on here. Okay. I also feel like I'm very drawn to the guy right there, like the Tin Man. I also feel like your guides are very present whenever you become very much, or you just become so absorbed by your routine. Whenever you feel like, you know, there's something missing, like I need that outlet, or I need that to get out of my day-to-day, my 9 to 5. That is when you feel your guides the most, okay? They also bring in people for you to collaborate. Because you might be someone that likes to work alone. I'm getting here for many of you who picked this pile. And I do feel like your guides are like, they try to bring people in. Okay? Because they're saying there's only so much you can do by yourself. Eventually you do need someone. They kind of tend to bring in people as well that mirror you. Okay? Because I'm looking at the girl. They mirror you. People that are like, ugh, they might irritate you, or they might be like, oh my God, you know, we're very similar. Yeah, they want you to flow and to be correct. Yeah, they want to get you out of your head. The 9 of Swords. You usually feel them around whenever you feel stuck in your head, stuck in your thoughts. And usually with the 9 of Swords, this is telling me like you're very anxious, okay, when they show up for you. This is when you feel them the strongest. They bring in pieces of the puzzle, and usually when you feel them the strongest is when you need to flow, you need to release control. Okay, and follow your heart with the true love. And also, I do feel like they come to encourage you to take action towards your passion, things that you love in life, to not turn your back on those things out of fear or out of getting caught up in, you know, again, in the day-to-day. Because I do feel like for those of you who pick this pile, you like to overthink things. And that sometimes keeps you here. Especially, I feel like when things become repetitive for you. When they become very repetitive, especially when it comes to relationships or you get stuck in a cycle, they come in for you to kind of help you, to free you in a sense. See, because there's circles here. It's kind of like you're stuck in a cycle. They also come in to help you release control. Again, to get out of your comfort zone and to go out and explore. They come in to tell you that it's okay for you to take action on certain things, especially things that scare you. They come in to empower you, to give you courage, to pursue that which you want. They communicate a lot with you through your dreams, especially when you can't sleep at night, okay? When you have those nights where you're just constantly overthinking. Yeah, we have night and night. So they come to you at night, especially at night or when you're dreaming. For some of you, your guides might come in very strongly when you're like very sad, distraught. They might even show you flowers for some of you, okay? And you might see flowers, roses in particular. They might show you the number 11. Yeah, they come in to bring something full circle for you. Because I'm being drawn to the circle, so I feel like you guys may get caught up in some type of a situation where it's like a merry-go-round. You just keep going round and around and around in the same thing that puts you here in the Nine of Swords. And I feel like your guides come in and show you these signs, particularly that I mentioned, to kind of tell you like, hey, you know, you have the courage, you can get out of this situation. Take action. Okay, especially when it comes to relationships or working with others and unleashing your creativity. Because again, I do feel like you're very pragmatic, you're very organized, okay, in a way. And I feel like that sometimes it's hard for you to unleash your creativity. And that's why I feel like you like to work alone. So that is what I have for you guys. And I'm going to move to option number 2. So for those of you who picked option number 2, we have the number 1. Wow. So new beginnings. Let's see. When you have to be a leader. Okay. When you have to step up to the plate. I heard when you have to stand up. When you have to step up to the plate. When you have to be confident. When you have to kind of lead in a sense. When you have to kind of step into your power, I feel like that's when you're going to feel your guide's presence the most. But let's see, what signs do they show you? How do they communicate with you specifically? We have writing. Okay, so we have writing. Light beings are particularly the guides that are with you. We do have downloads. So again, very claircognizant. To me, downloads are claircognizant, whether this is through meditation, through daydreaming, through dreams. We have through your intuition, through books, okay, things that you read, through art as well. So a piece of art could evoke some type of emotion within you. Through children, they are messengers for you. So if you have children, your child might say something that it's the right thing at the right time. Okay, or your child may, or children in general, you don't have to have any children of your own. It could just be like your nephew or your neighbor's child, or you work with children, right? They might give you messages, also divination tools. So again, your guides give you, so maybe for my pile number 2, maybe you're my tarot readers, okay, or my you might work with the pendulum or oracle cards or the Ouija board. There's some type of divination tool that your guides use here to bring in messages and guidance for you. Also through physical reaction, so temperature or the pressure of a room, through your sensations. So you might feel tingly, you might get hot or cold, you might get the chills, you might get aches, you know, here and there, things like that. Through other people. So your particular guides bring other people to you as teachers, okay? Then we have events. So we have that. So for example, the example that I wrote here is kind of like you break up with someone and then it leads you to feeling more empowered, or leads you to being in a relationship that is more empowering and more loving, things like that, okay? So through events that might seem like they're bad at the time, but then down the line you're going to see that it was the best thing for you, kind of situation, okay? So let's see, when are you going to feel them the most? When you take steps, when you take action towards things. And that's what I said with the number 1, right? Because the number 1, they are the leaders, they go after things. So your guides are very present in those moments with you when you're taking action towards your goals, your idea, whatever it is that you want to pursue. When you're doing it, when you're in that moment of like, okay, I'm doing this, so you're going towards it, that is when you feel your guides. That is when you see these signs. You might see, you know, someone might come to you, or you might get like maybe chills or like a gush of air, something like that, okay? Or you might see a child, you might hear a child scream like, I don't know, go, or you got it, or something like that. But whenever it is that you're taking steps to actively pursue what it is that you want to pursue, that is when you feel your guides more present. You might even see flashes of light for some of you. Yeah, victim consciousness, okay. Watch and wait. Wow. Stand still. And then we have follow your bliss. And then Page of Wands. Yeah. So with the Page of Wands, this is very similar to taking steps, right? Because the pages are the messengers as well. So again, your guides send you a lot of messages. I feel like your guides are very active. Okay. They're very much, they like to talk a lot. And I'm seeing the snake's mouth open here. They send you a lot of like comforting messages I'm hearing here as well. And I do feel like you do feel them the most, especially when you're taking these steps and you're just like, you know, it's dark around me, I can't see clearly. Okay. And they're coming in to kind of guide you and to remind you like, hey, you're on the right path. You know, you're following your bliss. Keep doing what you're doing. It's okay. You're meant to be the leader. And I do feel like with this pile, it might be difficult for you because I do feel like you guys are my trailblazers. So I do feel like your particular path, there isn't like a person that you can look up to in a sense. Okay, so you're kind of navigating this on your own. It kind of what it feels like, okay? And so I feel like that's why your guides are very vocal with you. That's why your guides are very present. It's because they see that, you know, you walk on this path that is uncharted, that hasn't been walked on before, okay? Or that very few have walked that path that you have. And so they come to kind of comfort you and to tell you like, keep doing what you're doing. They also come in very strongly whenever you feel like you're a victim of your circumstances, either by, you know, again, like I said, by your circumstances or by others. They come in to kind of remind you that you're not a victim, to keep moving forward. Okay. Or if you feel like you're stuck in some way, or you're just feeling very negative, they come in to kind of help you release yourself from that. They also come in very strongly for you. You might see seahorses for some of you. But I do feel like whenever you're at a standstill, whenever you're just like, I don't know which path, like a crossroad kind of energy, I do feel like this is when they come in for you to kind of tell you like, it's okay. Especially I feel like because you might I feel like for many of you, there's this energy of like, let's go, let's do this. So you're going, you're navigating, you're doing your thing, and then things come at a stop all of a sudden, and you're just like, what happened? What happened? Everything was going fine. And I do feel like your guides come in to kind of tell you, like, it's okay to be at a standstill sometimes, you know? Just watch and wait. Like, they're just sitting there. Like, I feel like they're just watching over you and being like, everything's gonna be okay. Okay, do not worry. Okay, so I feel like, again, for some of you, it's when you're at a standstill. For others of you, because things come to a standstill. But I do feel like they're also very present whenever you're embarking on a new journey here. Whenever it is that you want to move in a different direction, that is when they're very present to kind of help you and give you that fire, that passion, that energy, that drive to motivate you. I do see here though that there is, and I do have to say it, there is this kind of like jumping from one thing to another. So just make sure you stick to one thing, okay? That's all I'm going to say here for my pile number 2. I'm trying to see if I can get anything else here. Yeah, I think that's it, you guys. That's all that I have for you guys. Now I'm going to move to option number 3. So for those of you who picked pile number 3, you picked the North Node. So this is a very important pile. Not to say that my other piles are not, but usually the North Node is your destiny, is where you're meant to go, is what you came here to fulfill in this lifetime. So you guys, let's see, how do your guides communicate with you, specifically with you? I just heard on track. They keep you on track. Okay, let's see. Because, I mean, if you have the North Node here, they might be helping you with your destiny as well, to make sure that you fulfill your destiny, your soul's purpose. And we have the sun right underneath it. So, yeah, let's see. Vision. So this is my clairvoyance. Visions, dreams through meditations, those moments when you daydream, the synchronicity. So you might see a lot of signs, okay, a lot of synchronicity. So you might be thinking of someone, that person calls you. You might be thinking of a song and that song plays on the radio. You might be, you know, thinking about buying some type of a deck or a book or something, and someone gives you that. So things like that, okay? Numbers. So you might see a lot of repetitive numbers, 111, 444. Animal guides. So you may have a particular animal that shows up for you. So you might have like maybe crows come always to your lawn, or maybe, you know, butterflies or bees, a particular animal. Flashes of light, orbs, okay? Or things might happen with your electronics. I got the image of like you turn on the TV and it turns off, or the lights flicker, or things happen with your electronics, okay? And crystals. So I do feel like there might be a particular crystal, or you might feel like you connect very much with a particular crystal, or you might feel like a lot of people give you as well a lot of crystals. I also just heard scrying. Okay, so maybe you like to scry. That means look into like a crystal ball or a bowl of water. So let's see, when do you feel your guides the strongest? Ooh, okay. So your guides are very protective. Let me take a deep breath right now. I knew this pile was going to be very intense just because it was the North Node to start off with. I do feel like your guides show you a lot of blue. I do feel like your guides come in when you're feeling blue, or whenever you need to speak up for yourself. Okay, with the blue, I'm getting like your throat chakra, but I'm also getting like whenever it is that someone tries to talk over you or gets or pull one a fast one over you or pulls the wool over your eyes in some way, your guides are coming in quick. I don't know why, but I'm getting this like I'm shuffling a deck here behind the scenes if you're hearing me. Yeah, they help you see. They help you see the unseen. Things that are oblivious to you or things that are in your blind sight, that's what they bring in. They show you people's motivation. Okay? They tell you don't need to worry so much, okay? So if you're dealing with someone who has hidden motivations or who's acting a little bit, you know, sneaky in a sense, they're telling you to not worry about it. Okay? They take care of it. You're protected, especially if you have family, just because I'm seeing kids here. So they protect you from people's hidden agendas, okay? Or whenever you feel like you're being deceived in some way, your guides come in very strongly. I also feel, again, speaking of animal guides, we do have a deer. Is this a deer? You guys, I don't even know. But they do come in through animal spirits for you guys. I do feel that they also show up when your intentions with something is not in alignment. So whenever you are, let's say, for example, you start something because you genuinely love something, okay? And then eventually it starts turning into something else, like your guides keep you on track. Hopefully that's making sense. Or when your motivations change about something, they kind of like, they remind you, like, you know, they remind you, why did you start this? Remember your motivation for it, kind of situation. But I do feel like they come and they remove the veil. They pull the curtains for you in order for you to have stability. Because I am hearing that you worked a lot. You worked a lot to build this, or you're meant to build this. For some of you, are already here. For others of you, are not. And so I feel like your guides, whenever it feels like something is coming to threaten your stability or your peace of mind, it's kind of like they show you, they reveal things for you. And that's why I feel like your visions are very strong. Okay? I also feel here, I don't know why I'm getting this energy of like pissed off. You guys, I don't like to get angry, but this is kind of the energy that's coming through. So I don't know if someone's just went through this or like what's going on. But it kind of feels like also your guides want you to be very protective about who you let into your safe place. Okay, do not reveal all. Just reveal enough kind of energy here. And I also feel like your guides also, whenever you feel like you're not seeing the whole picture, that is when you feel them the most. That is when you start seeing the signs, when you start seeing the synchronicities, these numbers, when your electronics start flickering. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Again, with the synchronicities with the numbers, and we have number 33. I feel like your guides here, you're going to feel them the most, especially when it comes for you guys to relationships. Okay? Especially when it comes to karmic relationships or things that you're very passionate about. Things that you're very passionate about. Sometimes that passion can blind you. And so that's when your guides come in and kind of like start showing you people's motivations, people's intentions. And this is not just only in love relationships. It can be in friendships as well, or any type of connection, okay? It doesn't have to be just sexual like the card says there. Claim your independence. I told you this pile, another 3, 13, 1, 3, 3, and then we have 13. Yeah. I feel like your guides, whenever you start becoming very obsessive with something, or you start giving away your power to someone or to something, that is when your guides are going to step in for you to help you remember that you are independent. Okay? And that also for some of you in particular, that, you know, you're not meant to be codependent on anyone or anything. Okay? That you have to remember that you're here to be independent and to stand on your own 2 feet. For a lot of you, maybe the animal spirit that you see a lot is cats. Okay? I'm getting the vision of someone not being a cat person, but it's like, I don't know, JJ, I'm not a cat person, but cats follow me. Because I'm hearing that you're a high priestess energy. With the cats, to me, they always symbolize high priestess energy here. So again, you're very wise. You have a lot of wisdom. There's a lot of ancestral knowledge here within you. And I feel like, again, I'm getting your guides are very protective of you and your life purpose in this lifetime. For those of you who picked this pile. Solitude. Yeah, it's kind of this energy of like, be careful who you surround yourself with. It's better to be alone than to be with someone who has hidden motivations kind of energy here. And again, this can go in any sense of direction here. It can be any type of connection, relationship, okay? Doesn't have to be a particular just love or particular just business or friendships here. And I do feel like your guides are, you're going to feel them very strong whenever you are alone. Whenever you are in solitude, okay, whenever you are connected to water, whenever you're connected to Mother Earth. They help you clear the clouds. They bring in clarity for you. And again, the blue. So you might be very drawn to the color blue. Yeah, again, because they want you to succeed. You have something huge here. And I feel like at certain points in your life, you may get caught up in things, again, that you're very passionate or that you're very drawn to, but they're not the best. See how this man is clinging on to this woman? She almost looks ghostly. So I do feel like for some of you, you might hold on to the past. Okay, or you might over-romanticize the past in some way. And I feel like your guides, that's when you feel them the most, or that's when you see the most sign. The more signs is because you're meant to kind of go in a different direction. You're meant to expand and not get too attached to things is kind of the energy that I'm getting here. Because I feel like you might stay in a situation where you see these trees are dead. But over here, they're green and they're blooming, right? And again, the energy of the veil, kind of like the same imagery here, right? Kind of we can't see here. It's kind of like they unlock things for you, if you will, kind of energy here. Because sometimes you may get caught up in things that are not good for you, and so they're like there's something better for you. And I feel like that's when you feel them the most, and sometimes that might mean going at it alone. I'm laughing because I said the cats are like high priestess to me, and we have the high priestess here. Yeah, you guys are my spiritual pile. I mean, all my piles are spiritual, but I feel like you guys have a lot of ancestral wisdom, knowledge here. And again, that energy of the veil. You're able to see beyond the veil, and I feel like your guides just bring in that confirmation for you. Also, this energy with the high priestess doesn't speak a lot. They're very observant, just like the cats, right? Just like the cats. They're very independent as well. The high priestess only reveals enough. And only to those that she feels worthy of the knowledge. So again, I feel like your guides come in at that time, especially when you want to share or overly share. You might get signs to be like, don't share. Okay, or don't speak too much. Or, you know, they might bring you signs of kind of like, you know, watch this person's hidden motivation or something like that. Also, be careful who you tell about your success or your plans here. Because again, the High Priestess is kind of like the gatekeeper, if you will. She only reveals what's behind the veil if she sees again that you are worthy in a sense. Then she will unlock the door for you. So I feel kind of like, again, you have a very important mission in this lifetime, and I feel like your guides are very particular about who you let into your private space or into your energy field, for that matter. Especially when you're in those moments of contemplation. That is when your guides come in. That is when you can hear them and see them the most. So that is what I have for you guys. I hope this was helpful. I wish you guys the best. Take care of yourselves. See you next week. Bye.